I'm sitting at a cafe in Logan Square waiting for him to show up. It's Cesar. At least that's his real name. The name he had on OkCupid was Jesus. I turned 40 in the fall, and then right after the fall is cuffing season. For y'all that don't know, it's the season where like you gotta get with somebody and cuff them so you could go and like go to bed warm or whatever, and then you let them go in the spring for like whole summer. So y'all know about this, no? Yes, y'all know. Cuffing season, keep them all winter, and in the spring you let them go and you enter whole summer. That's how it goes. So my cuffing season after this breakup, I'm like, it's the fastest I've ever fallen out of love with someone, and I was like, I guess, like it's the peer pressure of friends, and then, you know, it's just like, it's cuffing season, and you're 40 now, and aren't you gonna start dating again? And I'm like, I don't know, I guess, maybe. And so I turned the OkCupids back on, and the Plenty of Fish, and I just do what you do, right, online, is you just start fucking swiping. And I'm swiping on everybody. That's my method. I swipe on everybody, and then if I read their profile and I don't like it, I just unmatch. I love that. And also, like, Cesar's the one that made it through the obstacle course that is, like, getting a date with Lily B is like American Ninja Warrior type shit, y'all. Like, it's like, it's the online, it's like getting the job of your dreams, because I'm the shit. So it's like, it's the online interview where it's like, I'm trying to see if you really read my fucking profile, so I ask you questions from my fucking 17 paragraph profile, and if you answer any of it wrong, it's unmatched. And since I got all of those questions, even the trick questions right, and so he moved on to the phone interview where I gave him my actual phone number after the kick number that I had given him, and we talked for like 4 hours. And I know I'm using a lot of language. A lot of y'all who have not been in the dating scene do not understand. I don't have the time to explain it. Ask your single friend next to you. Some people are like, kick? I'm like, yeah, bitch, it's a thing. Just ask your friend. And he makes it. He gets my actual 10-digit phone number, and we spend 4 hours on the phone, and we are like, 4 hours? I ain't spent 4 hours on Amy. I think Amy in the house is the only person I spent 4 hours, and we talking shit about our sons. Like, for the most part, I don't spend 4 hours on the phone with a dude. We were talking life and love and the pursuit of happiness and all that shit, and it never got. It never was like he was trying to fuck me or anything. It was just kind of like he was not a bad guy. He actually suggested the date at the coffee shop in the middle of winter. It's now like January. My birthday's in November, dude. It took January to get the first meet and greet with someone. And we meet, and we sit at this coffee shop, and he is helping me for a rap battle that I had somehow talked myself into. Because he used to write rhymes back in the day. And he's helping me write rhymes. And at this coffee shop. And I'm good, like I'm good. I'm like, we start laughing, and we close down the coffee shop, and and it's fucking winter, right before that fucking negative 50 happens, and so we can't take a walk in my favorite park, because I'm not trying to bring him home, but fine, let's go hang out at my crib. And so we go to my crib, and we're sitting there, and we're gonna practice my rhymes. I gotta practice if I'm gonna be battling, and I won that battle, by the way. It's on my Instagram. At 40 years old, I battled it out, and there's in battle rap, because I gotta explain this to y'all too, I can tell. There's a thing called schemes, and schemes are when you use a particular thing to write some rhymes, and I had used a Game of Thrones scheme that he was like, that's pretty clever, I want to hear it, and so I spit it, and I'm like, I'm the mother of dragons, bitch, I'm catching that breath, winter is coming, ho, prepare for your death, right? That's fucking Game of Thrones references right there, right? And he is like, oh, that's so cold, that's so cold. And he goes in to give me a kiss, and I'm, oh, you gotta go, I'm sorry, you gotta go, I'm sorry, you gotta go. And he's like, what, I'm sorry, no, you gotta go, you gotta go, I'm sorry. I told you, not 50, not 100, not 1,000 dates, I'm not fucking you. Like I said it is, in my profile, this has been a long con, you gotta fucking go. And he was like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I was like, you gotta fucking go. And he's like, wow, fine, no disrespect. I was like, that's okay, but you gotta go. And he left. And I sit on my couch, surrounded by like 80 fucking plants, and I'm like, that guy fucking sucked. But I know he didn't. He didn't suck, y'all. Like, he was not bad looking, and he was attentive, and he passed all the fucking hoops that I had fucking made him jump through, and so I'm like, well, if there wasn't anything wrong with him, like, then what the fuck? Is there something wrong with me? And so I get on fucking Google, because that's what you do, right? You get on fucking Google, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And Google tells you a lot of shit could be wrong with you. And I'm reading, like, you know, legit shit, and then Reddit shit, and then you're just like, ugh, I end up in like a Reddit group, right? But I'm reading these posts in this Reddit group, and it makes sense. I'm like, that's what I just felt. Like, it wasn't that I was creeped out or grossed out by him as a person, because I liked the intimacy that we were feeling. I liked the closeness. I liked that we were getting to know each other. I didn't mind when he was this close to my face, when we laughed, when I put my hand on his lap. It was the thought of his dick being anywhere near me that creeped me the fuck out, that just made me squirt. And mind you, I have pegged dudes before. Like, I've been a dominatrix, like, but I have a kid. I've had dicks in me. Like, this is not like new, but I as I sat there and thought about it, like, I never really wanted them in me. Like, it was just kind of like, I guess this is where we're at now. This is the way it's supposed to be. And so I'm reading in this Reddit group like, oh bitch, I think you're asexual. And you just thought all this time you had to be sexual. Like, intimacy and sex are different. Like, you can be intimate without mashing privates together. And I was like, damn. Oh, damn. Because now I'm thinking of like all my exes and why it was so difficult for us to like, I want to fuck every day. Why don't? I'm sorry. And how like poor Cesar went home thinking something was wrong with him and there wasn't. It was perfectly fine for someone that wasn't me. And so I was like, damn, I felt shitty. And I didn't know what to do with it for a long time. Shit, I still don't know what the fuck to do with it. I mean, I felt horrible. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel good not knowing. It didn't feel good treating Cesar like that. It didn't feel good in the beginning. But now it's better. I mean, now now I'm just like, I'm asexual. We ain't fucking. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, that's what you heard. You heard what you heard. I have no problem saying it. This is kind of like my coming out, in a way. Right? It's like at 40, when I can own that shit, because that's a thing. Asexuality is a thing, and it's like, and I don't have to know what this is, because guess what? Google don't fucking know. I found it on Reddit, y'all. Reddit is what fucking explained it to me. Like, not fucking Wikipedia or Dr. Oz or anybody, with fucking Reddit. It's where I get most of my advice and come like Reddit is just like the meme. Oh, they speak to me. Those memes be reading the fuck out of me, and I'm like, thank you for. I feel seen. But I feel like I don't have to know, because I feel good. I feel really good about where I am right now with it, and now I know at least where to go. And maybe one day I'll get to a place with someone where we can go through the ninja warrior that is getting a date with Lily B and still end up at that park and share all the intimacy without a dick having to go inside of me. Alright, that's it. Yeah.